What's going on, YouTube Nation? This is Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. So Nikola Motors has had some interesting stories and everything in the news lately, specifically, and everything's focused on Trevor Milton with his resignation. There's some interesting stories out there with him in trouble, with the company in trouble, and people are going crazy on social media what to do with their stocks. I'm reading just some Facebook groups on like what people are doing, their reactions, like what am I going to do? What should we do? And I'm going to be honest with you. This is why I dividend invest in the stock market with dividend stocks, because if things like this happen, um, it's a big deal. Things will rebound. So I'm not too hot on electronic vehicles. I know I did do a stock and dividend analysis in some videos because you guys requested that. But I really like to focus more on the dividend aspect and making passive income. So O'Leary basically had a quote, basically to summarize it: he will not invest, Mr. Wonderful, as they say, on Shark Tank, and basically he will not invest in stocks unless they give off a dividend. And I'm totally agree with that with O'Leary, because certain stocks like this take a hit, they take a blow, and especially Nikola Motors, we don't know that much of anything of these electronic vehicle stocks. None of them are giving off a dividend. Tesla is not giving off a dividend. Tesla's gone down. Everybody's trying to figure out what to do in the investing side. I mean, I honestly will not purchase Nikola. I did a previous video on it. It's pretty popular. Got some thumbs up and some thumbs down with some investors, but I don't see any reason why people should. Again, let me just say this: I'm not a financial advisor, but I don't see any reason why people should invest in Nikola. Um, you know, I'll just give you an example of what's going on with being patient with your stocks too, and not panic selling. EPR Properties I bought when it was like almost like $70 a share, and now it's $29 a share. So they're finally giving off their quarterly dividend. So what I'm basically saying to you guys out there: be patient with your stocks. Don't try to gunsling. Do your own research before you start making the call on certain stocks, because they can blow up in your face. And Nikola and Luckin Coffee are really blowing up in people's faces because of these deals, these reels and deals, and these are, how would I want to say this, like new kids on the block. So investing in stocks that give off dividends, I really like doing that. eBay just recently started distributing dividends. They listened to their board of directors with distributing stocks. And I really do believe it's important that as a dividend investor, you stick with a course and you don't try to jump the gun and follow these popularity stocks or popular stocks that everybody wants, because this can blow up in your face. And an example is Nikola Motors right now. So when you guys look into stocks, now if you look at Invesco QQQ, it does have Tesla in it. But the nice thing with Invesco QQQ is if Tesla takes a hit, it's still going to be fine. So that's the beauty of Invesco QQQ. You're going to get a dividend, and it's not a lot. It's a really good stock for a Roth IRA or traditional IRA. But diversification, I think, with the electronic vehicles is the way to go. I'm not sure if there are any ETFs with electronic vehicles, but the only stock that I would consider buying is Tesla. I think they've been there, done that. Elon Musk is a very powerful individual, I think with the way he's done things with the electronic vehicles, I don't see anybody touching these guys. Everybody, is panic selling with Nikola Motors. Arkimoto seems like it's having some issues. These other stocks just don't seem very attractive. And these electronic vehicles, I'm telling you guys, just be careful. I mean, if you're a dividend investor, stick with the course. I would just be really, let me just move this down a little bit. As you can tell, I have papers everywhere because I'm studying for my exam that will be next week. Welcome to graduate school. But you need to really look into like the stock analysis, look at the fundamentals, look at, I mean, if you're going to buy things that are a little early, don't rule out buying ETFs that have some of these electronic vehicle stocks. And because if they get a huge hit, you have a chance to rebound with the other stocks. So that's one thing with some of these stocks like Tesla. They take a big hit. QQQ will handle that because they're in some really good stocks. Now, it's important to be diversified with your portfolio, whether it's a dividend portfolio, if you have an account just for, let's just say trading and selling, or holding on to things for a traditional IRA or Roth IRA, hoping that the stock will grow over time and split its stock and do everything. You have to be careful. And I think there's way too many red flags with Nikola Motors. One of the top dogs pretty much stepped down. There's issues with these guys. There are people that are pulling out, which is getting the price per share to go down. A lot of people are considering buying low, but you have stocks in like the real estate sector, like Ryman Hospitality Properties that are down that you can really capitalize on that will fix themselves. I mean, those guys I can almost guarantee will fix themselves. EPR properties will fix themselves over time. So the real estate investment trust, I think, will be back. I think, I don't know about the oil stocks. I mean, Exxon's down a little bit. We'll see how it does. But there's a lot of things that you need to look into before you buy those electronic vehicle cars. I mean, I'm telling you guys, some of you guys have done well. Some of you guys have bought it early and then sold it. I've read some of you guys have done fantastic. But you have to be careful with these electronic vehicle stocks. One person screws up or something happens, and all of a sudden the price per share goes down. Then you see people panic selling, and then all of a sudden, a report comes out, and then more people panic sell. So if you're going to put money in an electronic vehicle stock, hold it. Okay. Again, follow the principles of buying low, selling high. That's always important. But be careful with stocks like Nikola Motors and all these other stocks that are out there. You guys got to be very cautious. You guys got to be smart. You guys need to use your intelligence on some of these things. I mean, you guys on Robinhood, I read these things in Robinhood forums. I'm like, what is going on with you guys? Saying buy Kodak. I mean, Kodak sucks. Don't get me started with those guys. How do you think you're going to be in a pharmaceutical company overnight when you're failing as a photography business? I mean, come on, use your heads. I mean, you got to understand the philosophy, find out if things are in demand. If you're going to buy a stock, buy it and understand that it's in demand. Now, Nikola, I mean, I wouldn't say it's in demand. I mean, everybody needs a car. There's Toyota, there's Ford, there's other cars. I mean, once these guys convert to being electronic vehicles or electronic cars or trucks, then what? So I don't think these strong companies are going anywhere. Honda, Mitsubishi, these guys are smart businessmen. They've been there, done that. The one that really has me question things is probably Ford. I mean, they are not distributing their dividend right now, but you got to be careful with these electronic vehicle stocks. They can go up $40 in one day and then drop to like $10. So look at Nikola and just be smart. So that's just my quick rant. A lot of you guys asked me a question. Again, I'm more of a dividend investor on my dividend investing side. And again, if you guys are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. And don't forget to give me a like. I just think that this is very interesting with the a top dog stepping down, and some shit might hit the fan. So we'll find out. So thank you again and have a good one.